we don't do basic. Rolling up, we staying medicated. 1, 2, 3 on me. We get wild, but I keep it low key. On my bed, we don't do basic. Rolling up, we staying medicated. Third shot, I'm wounded, empty. I cry out, but no one's listening now. But I can't back down. Third shot, I'm wounded, empty. Can't shout, 'cause no one hears me now. Still I can't back down. Continue storm, I won't ever fall. I won't turn around, I can't lose it all. So I keep running, I keep running. Continue storm, I won't ever fall. I won't turn around, I can't lose it all. So I keep running, I keep running. Third shot, I'm wounded, empty. I cry out, but no one's listening now. But I can't back down. Third shot, I'm wounded, empty. Can't shout, 'cause no one hears me now. Still I can't back down. Continue storm, I won't ever fall. I won't turn around, I can't lose it all. So I keep running, I keep running. Continue storm, I won't ever fall. I won't turn around, I can't lose it all. So I keep running, I keep running.
Three, two, one, and we're live.
We are live.
And no day off for you, Kinsman, today in lieu of New Year's Day.
No, we
Because-
keep her going, as they say.
Well,
Blinders are on.
Here was the deal. I said you could have today off, but then I said there's no see you next year dad jokes, and you bursted into them at 12:01.
I was already there.
Yeah.
This is our first show since last year.
Oh my God!
I haven't seen you since
You're
last year.
You're just.
I
in
haven't had a
heaven.
beer since last year. I'm doing pretty good for my resolutions.
You're in heaven with that
Right.
joke. I told you.
Yeah.
I told you none of that. None of that.
Oh, you know me.
Yeah.
That meme. When I saw that meme, I'm like, that is so me, and every other dad out there who's probably cracked that. Has
not
anybody
every
heard
dad.
that line today,
Not
somewhere,
every
or
dad.
yesterday?
Not every dad says that. I'm telling
You
you.
did.
No.
You said it to Hudson. You're like, that's your first bottle since last year, Hudson.
No, I definitely did not say that. But
hello, Lori Ball. Guy
yeah,
Foisey saying
that's
hello.
right.
Hello, everyone. There's Lori again. Janice.
We have quite the show tonight, pal. Quite the show.
It's always quite the show, but tonight it's quite the show
okay.
to kick off 2023, the first show of the new year, which is kind of exciting. We're going to chat with four amazing young ladies. some authors, local authors, and Manifesting with Purpose, Aligning to Your Soul's Desires.
Yeah, that's right.
Is the new book.
What an accomplishment to be an author, Kinz.
Yeah,
I can
crazy
write a
enough.
lot of stories about you, pal. Maybe I'll be writing a book one day. Tell all.
That's right. Yeah, the KINZ dirt.
Yeah, that's right.
KLOMP throws KINZ under the bus, volume 2.
Probably sell 3 copies.
Yeah. Wait,
Three
what
cheap
happens
copies.
here at
Yeah.
67 3rd stays here at 67
Oh,
This is
that's
like
our-
Vegas.
Oh my God. Okay. So
Hey.
before we bring on our amazing guest, there's a couple things that you wanted to chat about.
Yes, we want to kick off. Obviously, New Year's happened. Everybody's got the resolutions to stay fit. We want to give a thumbs up to our good friends at Planet Fitness, Timmins Square. They've got the
Yeah.
big fitness, big energy. Join for $1 down and $15 a month. And if you don't like it, you can cancel at any time. And again, you can go visit them at Timmins Square.
Well, and they're going to be here Wednesday night. And get this, I don't know if you know this, Kinsman, but we're being put through a month fitness challenge.
A
at Planet.
fitness
So
challenge.
Their
Beer goes up, beer goes down.
Their
Beer
trainers
goes up,
coming
beer
in
goes up.
Wednesday, and then they're going to visit
Yeah.
us at the end of the month
To see if we've, stayed true
right.
to our resolutions of staying fit.
Joanne's going to be
Yeah.
really proud of us because we're always talking about drinking food. And now we're chatting fitness, Joanne. New year, new me.
New year, new me. But we still have a few days here. It's only, January 2nd. We've got 5 more days. They say the average resolution will disappear by January 7th.
That's right.
But not this one. We're going to stay true to this one. Planet Fitness going to put us through the paces. Also wanted to mention, we also want to welcome one of our new sponsors this month, TADH and the Foundation over at the hospital. Their 50-50 draw for January is underway. And if you haven't got a ticket yet, buy a ticket, Timmins District 5050.ca, because the first bonus draw is coming up on Wednesday for $5,000. So you can get a ticket. And again, if you're watching this anywhere in the province of Ontario, a ticket's good for anybody in the province.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah.
What else, Kinsman?
Sports for Kids. Want to give a shout out, Colleen Landers. They have their offices open tomorrow. And again, for 2023 applications, you can email them, sportsforkidstimmins.com, and, show up in person. You can drop by the Sportsplex tomorrow between 9 and 1:30. Colleen will be there to sign you up.
I thought your New Year's resolution was to wear your glasses when you're reading.
Well, my
boards
glass.
in
Well,
front of you.
here's the thing. People say, "Where
no.
are your spec?" Well, my glasses are good for up close. I actually have great. What are they? Distance vision. Further,
right.
I don't know.
That's right.
If I put them on now, I'd look like Bubbles.
No beer, no chips, no junk food. None of that allowed. Someone keep an eye on Mark.
Well, no. Now here's the thing.
Oh no.
Now it's a judge-free zone at Planet Fitness.
Well, it is,
Now, yes, they do have paces, and you could eat. They say you don't have to get rid of food altogether.
No.
They'll put you through the paces where you're going to, stay ahead of the burning calorie count.
Who has told you you need to get rid of food altogether? You'd be dead in 3 days.
That's water.
I don't know. What do you mean? You can never
What
eat?
you can't go without water for 3 days.
What gym have you been part of where they go, you can't eat ever again? Maybe, I don't know.
No, they encourage eating, and again, they've got some different plans that they
Mark, right?
send
He's
off
already
to the
making
rest.
his own rules, and this is before he's heard the rules on Wednesday. He's making his own rules.
Yeah, we're gonna have Sarah, one of their personal trainers, in our studio, and she'll put us through the paces in there. And what does Lynn say? I saw Mark and his boys coming out of the theater on New Year's Eve. Yes, we saw. What did we see? Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
It
Awesome.
It is a really good movie. So if
love
you
them
haven't
over
seen
there.
it yet, go see Colin and his crew at.
All right, pal. So I am going to bring on our guests. They are waiting in the lobby, as they say.
They're waiting in the wings.
Yeah, that's right.
Our first guest of 2023. Are you ready?
You're not-
Ready to create your best life in 2023? Are you ready?
You're not going to say to them, I haven't talked to you folks.
We
since
haven't
last
talked
year.
to them in the
Please
last
don't
5
embarrass
minutes,
me
but
with that.
last year.
Oh,
You know,
no.
it's been a while.
Oh, don't do it. Okay, so
Let's bring
I'm
them
going to
in.
bring them all on. Are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
With the flavor, my favorite player. Leave me on red, how you save me for later. Great as you save me, that's how you play me. I'm running around and you scream like crazy.
All right. How do you like this, Kinsman?
Ooh, look at that.
Just like the magic works. Hello, everyone.
Hi,
Hello.
ladies.
Yeah,
Hello.
there they are, Kinsman. an amazing team.
An amazing team.
And we're super proud of everything. Can you imagine? We're talking to 4 authors here.
4
How
new
incredible
authors,
is that? Yeah.
should say.
Yes.
And, you know, an incredible story where we're going to find out how they met, because they had no clue, you know, that they'd probably be here, you know, a year ago, let alone writing a book and having it set for launch today.
Okay. So, you know, we have to do this the right way, because, you know, we have 4 guests online.
Yes.
We're going to chat with everyone individually, and we have some fun stuff coming up. But maybe let's just start for some introductions, starting with Jessica W., by the way. There's 2 Jessicas.
Jessica West. We've got Jessica Friesen on
well,
there.
I'm letting them introduce themselves.
Okay, all right.
See, look at the Kinsmen introducing them already.
Great.
Hi, Jess.
Hi, how are you? Happy New Year.
Good, how are you? Happy New
good,
Year to
thank
you. It's been a whole year, Jess. We haven't seen you.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I had to get that out of the way just to make KLOMP cringe.
All right. So you want to hear about me?
Yeah.
Okay. So hi, everybody. I am Jessica West. I'm the founder of Trésor Kombucha here in Timmins. So you may have seen me on the show before about that. I am also a mindset coach, and that's really how I met these ladies. And we're going to share more of that. But we were all in the same coaching program, and we had joined a mastermind together. And voila, the book came to be, but more about that in a moment. So I am just really honored to be here and to be able to share my story. That's really what I had written in the book, in my chapters, because what I've been through in my life really made me very conscious of my mindset and where I was focusing my thoughts. And it really made me realize that, you know, where we focus our thoughts is how we really create our reality. And it took me a while to be able to vocalize that and put that in words, but I'm feeling really good about it now. And it's the new year, new me. So here we go.
There you go.
You love that.
Yes,
eh?
I love
New
that.
year, new-
Thanks, Jess. We love that cliche.
All right. And then we have Lauren. Hello, Lauren.
Hello. Yes,
Hi.
like Jessica said, super, super humbled and grateful to be here. This has been an amazing journey. I am from Oklahoma in the United States, and I am married to my husband. We have 3 kiddos, and we live on a farm. So I love being outside. We like hunting, fishing, all of the good stuff like that, and just having time spent together. And I started studying mindset a few years ago to help with a few health issues. I have a nursing background and a massage therapy background. And so for me, it was more physical wellness, and that led to everything else, relationships, finances, career, all of it. I didn't realize that it started within me and how I thought, if change was ever going to actually occur in my life, and to be a sustainable change, something that actually lasted. So it's been an awesome journey with these ladies, and I love coaching my clients through transformation and mindset work, walking alongside them as they upgrade their life into what they choose it to be, and just, you know, holding a space for them to be something different than what they are right now. Because when we become something different, when we embody the things that we talk about in this book and we become it right now, we become the version of that person that we hope to someday be, things start happening for us. And we can go ahead and do that right now. There are definitely aspects and things in life that are attainable right here in this moment. And so it's been really cool to come together and to be present and put something like this together that people can read and take and practice and do it. So super honored. And I have enjoyed every minute with these ladies. They are amazing, amazing. So when we talk about, you know, coming together in our mastermind group, yeah, it was definitely meant to be. And I'm very, very grateful to be part of it.
And where Lauren's from the part of the world, when she says she's coaching, most people probably go, what football team? Right?
Yeah.
Like, she's in the heart of the football world there in Oklahoma. So it's
I was actually told that by another coach that, you know, it's really hard to get clients in Oklahoma because people just are not aware of it much, but they're actually becoming more aware of it. You'd be amazed at how things can change. And I love being able to relate to people that are like me, you know, that are that we're in a place where I'm at, where it might be something new and different. But to have an open mind and just to see what happens. I did an experiment on myself basically for 2 years, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, this is
I love
amazing.
it.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
welcome
you for
to the
joining
show.
us.
And joining us from Oklahoma tonight as we pan down to the bottom left there, Jessica Friesen, welcome to the show.
Hello, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
So I'm a wife. I'm a stepmom to 3 girls, and my husband and I have 3 children together as well. So we've got 6 kids in our house, ranging from 20 to age 2. So it's full and it's busy, but it's beautiful chaos, is what I like to call it. And I'm a fertility mindset coach. So my husband and I embarked on a fertility journey, and we had our twins, who are 7, and our son, who's 2. So when I kind of embarked in the fertility world, I didn't know a single person going through fertility treatments or having trouble getting pregnant and things like that. And then when I did find social media outlets, it was a very negative place, and there was not very many positive stories or much hope. So that really made me be so excited to help people and show them that yes, fertility can work, but your mindset is a massive, massive part of it. And I'm so excited to help my clients and share with them how it really does change the trajectory of your journey. Because no one ever wants to be on a fertility journey, but you can still find beautiful joy in it all. And yeah, I met these 4 ladies. 2 of us are in Canada and 2 of us are in the States. And it's crazy how we can connect through a mastermind. And it's been such a beautiful experience. And we all chose to join a coaching program because we all knew we wanted more for our lives, and we really wanted to impact all of the people that we come in contact with. Because we really are meant to be living a beautiful life. And so much of us and so many of us are living a life where we're just surviving and we're not thriving, especially after COVID. A lot of people are hurting and just, things have suffered. So this is more now than ever. It's amazing to understand mindset and how you have the power within you to change everything about your life.
It's a beautiful message,
it is a
and
beautiful
one that I
message.
completely 1,000% agree with. But by the way, and I want to chat about that some more. But thank you so much, Jessica.
Yeah, thanks,
by the way,
Jess.
my household is 23 years old, oldest, and 0 youngest. So I'm pretty close to you there.
He's getting,
It's wild. Yeah,
You're going to need some mastermind through these ladies here.
I'm retiring in 72 years. At this rate. So, but let's say hi to Elizabeth.
Yes, yeah.
And now Elizabeth told you how to pronounce her last name.
Yes,
Kinsman.
Elizabeth
But what
Good
was
Planson.
what's the French? How do you
Oh,
pronounce
man,
it? Come on.
Plansion.
Planson. So
Yeah.
thank you so much
Hi,
for
Elizabeth.
having us. Hi. Yeah, so no one can pronounce my last name, which is why we went over it ahead of time. But no, you did fine. You did fine. Planson. It's Elizabeth Planson. So I live near Chicago, a suburb of Chicago, with my husband and my 2 daughters. We just moved into a new home that's a little further out, and have more land. So, which is why my wall is bare. We have, are just unpacking. So I still am decorating my office. But that was one of my biggest manifestations of last year, was our dream home. So because I'm an intuitive mindset and manifestation coach, and I say intuitive because I'm also a certified energy healer, and I am also psychic. So for me, my story began when a couple of years ago, COVID hit. And for me, COVID was kind of a blessing in disguise, because that's when I really started having this feeling that I was meant for something else that I was currently doing. I was working in the same job since college, so since 2006, and was going to end up progressing and taking over that company. But then I just started having the pull that I was meant for something else, or something more, to help people in some way, but I wasn't sure how. And then I just opened myself up to receive the opportunities, the guidance to find my path, find my purpose. And one thing kept leading to the next. And first I developed my psychic abilities, and my mentor for that one day when we were in a class told me I was going to write a book one day. And I was like, okay, sure, whatever. Like, I have no idea what I'm going to write a book about, but we'll see. Okay. So, and the next thing led to the next, and I found my next mentor, which is how I met these beautiful ladies through that group. And then I found my true calling purpose of being a mindset and manifestation coach, because the material that we learned, the information that we learned completely transformed my life. I used to be a worrier. I used to stress, always about finances, whatever, the world around us. And I have completely transformed my life, my beliefs, my happiness, my embodiment of it all because of this material. And just by opening myself up to receive the opportunities to help me progress in my goals, my desires, my life has been life-changing. And so, when Jessica West, mentioned the book, I jumped at it because I was like, this is the opportunity. And a lot of times, I feel a lot of us have opportunities be presented to us, but we turn away from them or push them away out of fear. So for me, I've really learned that opportunities and people will come into your life for a reason, and to take that like a hold of it when it comes into your life and not push away from it because of fear, because you will always be guided when you choose faith over fear.
Yeah, tremendous. I'm super excited because there's a lot of positivity booming through the stream here.
Yeah.
And that's something that's so desperately needed, especially on social media, and especially after 2.5, close to 3 years now.
Of the COVID world.
Well, and individuals really struggling, and mental health. And mental health being even more of a significant issue in people's life. So this is big time here. This is an awesome resource. So let's start with, we'll go back up to the top, Kinsman, so I don't confuse you. We'll start with Jessica West. We're getting an idea of what the book is about, but tell us, Jessica, if we were to sit down in the Tim Hortons and have a coffee, and I said, to tell me about your new book, if you had to do that in a few minutes, tell the viewers what it's all about.
So the book is really about transformation. There's a lot of words out there. Everybody hears manifestation, but like, what is it really? And that's what the whole book is about. It gives you like a roadmap to how you can manifest your life. And we really give step by step. And so in every chapter that we wrote, we even included a chapter in practice where we give you questions and we guide you through exercises to really start embodying the material. And so really, it's about a transformation and becoming that new you. And so, Mark, when you said at the very beginning, and I did too, new year, new me, you have these plans where you want to eat healthier, get to the gym, all of that. But that you is already inside of you. And what our book does, it helps you express that version of yourself, because everything that we want is within us already. There's a saying that goes, nothing is created or destroyed. Everything is already here in one form or another. It's all energy. And through manifestation, we can really take that energy and become a vibrational match to it. So then it becomes our reality. And that's really the sum of the book. It's to help you really consciously become the creator, the manifester of your life.
Kind of gives the person reading the book that extra push, saying, you know what, yes, the energy is there. Let's, whatever task or whatever goal that person would have, maybe just by reading your book, a few lines will give them that extra leap to jump off and to tackle that goal.
Right. Well, exactly. And, even when you said that a lot of people's New Year's resolutions, the momentum starts to subside by January 7th, we kind of fall off the wagon again. But with this, knowing this material, it doesn't have to, because you can be that you right now. That's all it is. It's not something outside of you. It's not the new year saying, oh, this is my starting point. It's within you. And if you can be that now, you can just carry that on every single day of your life.
Now, Oh, I love the messages. I absolutely do.
Comments are coming in.
Now, before we move on to Lauren, we should say that we have posted in the comments a couple times already a link to the Facebook page for the book. Now, Jessica, you mentioned if individuals tag the Facebook page in the comment section, and you can find the Facebook page through the comment section, there's something we're going to be able to provide to someone today.
They're going to give you a few, I guess, chapters of the book.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you tag us at Manifesting with Purpose book in the comments, we're going to send you a free chapter, and that's our mastermind chapter. We're going to send that to you completely free. You can read it. You can find out about the power of a mastermind, and you can see for yourself if this is content for you. And it's really great because what we have right now available is if our book is available for pre-order. So it launches on January 11th, but it is available through our website for pre-order. And when you pre-order, you get 2 free mastermind calls with us. So with the 4 of us here, and then with everybody else who purchased the book. And so we're really telling you what a mastermind is, how powerful it could be. And then we're giving you the opportunity to come and join us in 2 of them, which will be scheduled in February and March of this year.
That's exciting.
You know, it's amazing. So once again, the link to the Facebook page is in our comment section, and we'll be posting it a few more times. Now, Lauren, I have a question for you. The one thing I really love about this, hearing all the introductions, is authenticity. So meaning no one here is pretending to have lived a perfect, positive life and always had the right mindset. This is a growth experience. So how important was it to you, and I assume the other authors, you know, to be able to tell your own story? You know, this is how I used to see, and I'll just say life, the generalistic term. And these are some of the changes that I made for a more positive outlook. Was it really important to present your own story when you're writing your chapters?
Yes, I believe there's power in stories, and I believe that stories stick with us longer than someone just telling you what to do. It's not I don't like people telling me what to do, and so I don't want to tell other people what they should be doing or anything like that. This is more of us, like we said, sharing our stories of this is where we were and this is how we came out of that into something new and different. So one of my chapters is over remembering choice. And that was so powerful for me because I thought life was just happening to me. I kind of, not that I really gave up, but I checked out. I was unconsciously just going through the motions of life, getting the kids fed, getting them to bed, doing school, doing work, making sure the bills were paid, or trying to anyways, you know, trying to keep the marriage together, keep the house going. It just felt so heavy. And I had lost a lot of the joy in life. And so I was really seeking that out. And not that my life was terrible. I just knew that it could be better. And I knew that I had more to give to this world. Like the way I was living was not serving me or serving anyone else around me. One example that I heard and that I give is that, you know, when we're sick, if someone else is sick, we cannot make ourselves sick as them or sicker, like out of compassion, in order to help them. We must first raise ourselves up if we're ever going to help raise anyone else up. So making that choice to do that and to share our stories about how that happened for us. And yes, we're definitely a work in progress. That's why we chose to do a coaching program that was a lengthy program, because it takes time to unwire the thought patterns that are in our mind and to change our perception about stuff, and then to rewire new thought patterns to stick. And that's why I have loved our mastermind group too, because it holds us accountable to these things. And, you know, when one of us might be down, the other one, someone else is up. And so we're always moving forward in a positive, progressive way.
And always there to boost one another. If one were, let's say, having a worse day than you know, one of you fine ladies there who you guys are brand new, or ladies, a year ago did not know one another, and then you came to these a mastermind, which people watching tonight can take full advantage of, and boom, here you are now, 4 brand new authors on the planet. Can you take us through a mastermind course? Obviously leading up to now, which is awesome. How did the steps of you meeting on that mastermind, come together?
Cut out a little bit. Are you still talking to me?
Oh, was I cutting out there?
I think it was my end.
Yeah.
You're asking
Mark,
me though?
Yeah, Mark was just asking, what were the steps, from meeting, from initially meeting, I believe it was a year ago, and then coming into like saying
into the
hey,
mastermind where you ladies met to where you're now, now 4 brand new authors, combined with this new launch.
Yeah, so we met in a program called Millionaire with Kathleen Cameron, and we each had our own coaches, and we went through the program. But within that program, she suggested that we form mastermind groups. So clients of hers, we formed our own group. And Jessica West mentioned, hey, has anyone ever thought of writing a book? Well, I had actually started writing before, and mostly I started writing an evidence journal because things were happening in my life that I would not have believed if I weren't living it out myself. And so that was where my writing began. And then it led to writing things for my kids, because my kids are 10 months, 4 years, and 7 years old. So they're pretty young. And there's things that I want to tell them or that I want to teach them right now, but they're just not old enough to understand. So it was something that I wanted to have to look back on, later on down the road, if I needed this again, I find that I'm always needing it. I'm always practicing it. It is literally just a practice and become a habit for me. So I began writing these things for my kids and stuff like that. And I thought, man, my husband asked me one night, he's like, what are you writing? I was like, oh, it's my book. Just being stupid, goofy. And he was like, oh, okay. And then one day I was like, I think I'm really going to write this book. Like, there's other girls out there, they want to write a book. I'm going to do it. And so that's kind of how we met, and it came together. We were masterminding about like life and just coaching programs, and hey, how are you doing this, and what's working with this, and how are you moving forward in this area, and what's not working, or just really supporting each other in our businesses. And I love that. That was one major thing through our program was when you can get off the competition plane and get on a collaborative plane, things start rolling. We're trained, especially in school with sports and all these things, and to be competitive, and business is competitive, and real estate is cutthroat, and whatever, but there's a space out there for collaboration. And when you can do that, and you can trust that there's enough for everyone, that there is plenty, there's the source out there provides plenty for everyone. And when you have an abundant mindset that you will always be satisfied and fulfilled, you rest and you trust in that, then you're willing to collaborate with people. You're willing to support them. And in return, because you put out that energy, you're going to receive that back. I've received it back 10, 100-fold, the support that I've seen of people encouraging us. And me personally, I think I'm speaking for all of us, but I know for me, just the encouragement and support, because we are giving it to each other and also to other people. But it's been a really cool experience to collaborate with other people and to see something really amazing come from it.
Yeah,
sure is.
What an amazing, just an amazing team. And I like the fact that the knowledge is coming from, 4 different mindsets.
4 different mindsets. Yeah, not just one mindset, but 4.
Now you're working off my joke now. Everything in this office comes from one mindset.
Yeah, one mindset.
But I want to talk to our other Jessica.
Yeah.
And I have a question for her. And I'm starting to get the flow here, because this book talks, anyone can relate to it. And a lot of people, I've talked to in life, because I find myself to be a fairly positive person, but of course I've had my turmoils and negative days. But one thing I always believe is that there are things within your control. Just starting off the day with a positive fact. Do you, Jessica, was it important for you for this book to talk to topics that can relate, to everyone, even the people that go, nothing's working in my life, it's a complete disaster, I'm just going to wake up negative and nothing's going to change?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I think I can speak for all of the authors on here right now, the 4 of us. we've all had some contrast, some intense contrast in our life. And the thing is, contrast will always exist, and it's how we choose to respond to the situations that are happening around you. Because you can't control people's emotions, you can't control people's words or actions, but you control yourself. And the four of us have four very different stories, four very different backgrounds. Um, and the thing is that we all had a desire for more. We had a desire more for ourselves and our families, and just knowing that in life in general has so much more to offer when you can delve into gratitude and you can delve into love and joy and really honestly flip the perspective on every situation. So speaking for myself, going through an intense, two different, very fertility, like different fertility journeys, um, I was losing hope. I thought I went in this thinking, I'm going to get pregnant the first try. Heck no, didn't happen. And, I'm such a sensitive soul. Like, I'm a true empath. I feel people's emotions, and I'm such a people pleaser. So I would do everything in my power to make everyone around me super happy, and I was losing myself in the process. And, I found mindset and manifestation, and I truly believe that I manifested my husband into my life. I manifested my twins, and I manifested my son. I even believe I manifested my stepdaughters. Nothing of it has been easy, but I flipped the perspective on a lot of things. Just in every area of my life. And in our book, we give you the tips and the tricks and the tools, no matter what is going on in your life, no matter where you come from, your background, anything. Everyone can apply this information. Even the worst naysayer out there can use this and truly change their life, because it's like Jessica said, it is all within you already. Um, and I even have a quote in the book by Neville Goddard that says I'll read it in my little chapter when we do a quick saying of it, but it really just talks about how it's just our choice to not believe of who we are meant to be, that's why it doesn't come to fruition. So if you can find yourself a community or someone to support you and bounce ideas off you, and like Lauren said, if you believe, like, stop trying to be in this world where we're competing and start being in a world where there's an abundance everywhere, you will find your calling, you'll find your people, you'll find your passion, and it's such an amazing place to be. And I'm not saying that, contrast still doesn't exist in our lives, it still does. We just have different tools of how we can overcome it while we're navigating our way through it. And, our mastermind, whether it's business or personal, I know I can just message the girls any day and be like, do you like this logo that I'm creating? Or help me, something's going on. Just send me something positive. And they're there within a heartbeat. And it's an incredible experience.
It sure, and I believe it was Lauren who mentioned this, but you all support each other in each other's business. And once again, when they're surrounding each other with other women kicking butt in their entrepreneurial business world, that's a big help. That's a huge difference in being around people that are saying, you can't do it. It's too much of a dream. Do this 9-to-5 job, go to school for something else. Is completely different when you surround yourself with positive people that it may not be the same type of business, but the same mindset and the same goal. It's huge. It's a huge shift, right, Jess?
And you can pull the positive energy from, from all avenues and from everybody on the panel, and, take little bits and pieces, and hopefully that resonates to the viewer or the person reading when they do pick up the book. I know, I think it was Louise Potvin, asking where do they pick up the book. And of course, it's going to be released on January the 11th, but you can pre-order online at manifestingwithpurposebook.com. And if you do, sign up for the book, you have a chance to meet the coaches, the four amazing authors on our screen tonight with a mindset.
Yeah, a lot of ample opportunities and great reason to pre-order the book. Now, Elizabeth, I have a question for you. And you know what, Kinsman? I wish I would have met these folks 10 years ago. I could have used a lot of advice. And I can still use a lot of advice.
The advice.
But
And I goofed it there.
years-
Mastermind course is what you'll.
Your fourth mistake tonight, Kinsman. But that's okay. Me and Elizabeth forgive you as I go on to this next. Well, we're
slowly easing into it.
How I've been asked this question, and I'm not too sure how to answer it. So I'm going to really let the folks who wrote the book, who have some of the background knowledge on this. When people say, "I'm in this downhill slide, and I'm surrounded by negative people, and things aren't going right," what's the first thing I can do to sort of make a shift? And they're not looking for a dramatic change in their life. And I never know how to respond to it, and I know every situation is unique, but there are some learning lessons that you can grab out of this book that can, start you on the right path. What would be some of your suggestions there, Elizabeth?
First and foremost, you turn to gratitude. Gratitude is so powerful. And when you look at your life and you can be grateful for the things that you have now in your life and everything that you are blessed with, that alone will help raise your vibration. Lower emotions such as sadness, worry, anger are lower vibration emotions. And we want to be in a positive vibration as much as possible. So by doing that, we look at the things that we're grateful for and realize how abundant we really are. How, the simple things like a hot cup of coffee, a hot shower, our family, like all these things that we're blessed with will help switch your mindset. Instead of the woe is me, you can look and see, oh my gosh, I really do have all these beautiful things in my life. And then if something is going wrong or something that does not feel good to you, understand that there's a reason for it. There's a reason for the contrast in your life. They say without darkness, there would be no light. Without the night sky, there would be no stars. You can't see the light without knowing the dark. So you need to go through these contrasts sometimes to A, figure out what it is that you don't want in your life, or B, because there's a lesson there. There's a lesson to be learned there. So instead of giving everything meaning all the time, saying this is awful, this is bad, look for the lesson. What is the universe, God, source, spirit trying to teach you? What are you supposed to learn from this situation? And also understanding that everything will be in ebbs and flow, up and downs. It's natural. It's the way of life. There's no way around it. So you will have lower times in your life where you feel maybe a little lower or things aren't going the way you would really like them to. But it's how long you sit in that emotion of those lower emotions that really will determine your current results. And another thing that we teach a lot and have learned is going into your imagination when there are times of lower contrast or things that you don't like the way they are in your current reality. Everything is created twice, first in your imagination and then in our physical reality. So we want to go into our imagination when things are not in our current reality the way we really want them to be, and think about how we would love it to be. How would we feel when those things that we're imagining, this picture, the scenario in our imagination, how does that make us feel? Does it make us feel happy, safe, joyous? The more you concentrate on that thing in your imagination, the quicker it's going to actually manifest into your physical reality and turn it around. So it's really, going to gratitude is first and foremost. Trying to find the positive, which I think someone commented earlier in the show, finding a positive, in any situation, finding the lesson, and really just going into your imagination and believing that you can have what you desire. It's just, you have to believe that it's already yours and it will come into your physical, reality. And I love how you said, I wish I met you 10 years ago, or, I wish I heard about this 10 years ago, as all of us probably, feel the same way. However, we truly believe that if we would have heard this 10 years ago, you may not have been ready to receive the information and hear it. So you would have just been like, okay, whatever, see you later. So this information, this material comes in everyone's life at the perfect time when they're ready and their awareness is ready to accept it and really use it for their life to help transform their life.
Yeah, no, it is tremendous. And even though, I wish I would have heard 10 years ago, I always find like your mental well-being, it's not a race, it's a marathon, and you'll be proud, Mark. That's a cliche.
Yeah.
Even though we feel we could be in a better place when we were 10 years ago, there's always things that we can be doing for ourselves and in term others, because one of our big things is we enjoy helping others, but it starts with, there's always things that you can do to, I guess, fine tune the engine and make improvements and look after your own self well-being.
One step at a time. You don't have to, as I say, biting off more than you can chew.
That's 4 cliches, right?
4 cliches in 2 minutes. But, tackle one tangible goal and, stick with it. And again,
because
they want you to, tell someone about, if you're like for resolutions, you need to let someone know so they can, keep you accountable for it.
Well, yeah, because if you were to say with New Year's resolutions, take on 10 things at one time, you're going to be completely overwhelmed. Your nervous system is going to be overwhelmed and be like, you're going to quit all of them because it's going to be way too much to handle. So by doing 1 or 2 things at a time is really going to be helpful. And yeah, having an accountability partner is great. When we all first started studying this, I don't know if all the other girls had accountability partners, but I know I did. And we would check in with each other every day. Did you do your studies today? Did you do your lessons today? Because it really does help you. And it was a yes or no answer. There was no excuses allowed. And so it was like, okay, so if you said no, then you know to do better, try better tomorrow. But there's no excuses and there's no shaming or anything like that. It's just holding yourself accountable to continue to grow because we're always growing.
We're always growing, Kinsman.
We sure are. As I say, there's always room for, someone to learn something. That's another cliche. You learn something new every day. And again, anybody who picks up this book, not out yet, but pre-order it for the January 11th launch. And again, you can go to manifestingpurposebook.com. And again, the 2 free mastermind group coaching calls with these 4 lovely ladies when you do pre-book this book tonight.
And let's go back to Jessica West before we take our break, because then we're gonna
get some excerpts from it.
Yeah, we are. But Jessica, let's chat about the pre-order bonus. To me, that's huge.
That's huge.
I get picked. Mark's bugging me again too. I'm turning negative. I'm going to need some.
The 4 ladies will turn off your calls. Oh shit! It's Klomp calling again.
I'm pre-ordering it 10 times to deal with you again. But Jessica West, please tell us a little bit more about the benefits of pre-ordering the book.
Yeah, so pre-ordering, you will get access to the 2 free mastermind sessions. So when you do, we're going to email you because the dates aren't officially set yet. And so there's going to be one in February and then one in March. And so we will contact you and give you all the information for that and send you the link. And then when you come on the call, we're just going to be, going around the screen, and you can choose to share something that you're working on in your life. It could be maybe a problem that you're trying to find a solution for, or maybe it can be something that you're trying to create and you're trying to get ideas on how you can make it happen. Something so powerful about a mastermind is that we don't give any negative feedback. So we're not going to say, oh, no, that's not a good idea. Don't do that, or it's too risky. Nothing like that. So we're always positive because everything is possible. And so we're always going to give, ideas to be able to make it happen. And so you're really going to be in a positive energy. And even if you don't feel comfortable sharing, you're still going to get a benefit from being in, attending, and hearing everybody else's share. There's really power when you go into a community or a meetup where everybody is vibrating high. We're all going to be there to support each other. So whether you decide to share or not, you're going to receive value from attending the mastermind. And so all you have to do is go to our website at manifestingwithpurposebook.com, place your order, and then we're going to send you an email in a couple weeks to let you know when the dates are going to be set up. And we're going to see you in there. I look forward to it.
Exciting. There we go. I love it. This is a nice perk. Kinsman.
It is a nice perk.
Yeah,
and again, even for the people who may be a little shy when it comes to, chatting on a public forum, when they hear and see, maybe similar scenarios that they're dealing with, that might, get them out of that shell. And this is a perfect opportunity for them. And again, judge-free zone, you've got you four ladies there, and whatever said on the, the mastermind group coaching session, everything stays there.
And now that you met these amazing authors, see, I've been your life coach, but you think I've been guiding you down the wrong path.
No,
you got to read the book now. Kids.
No, well, we're going down the right path. And again, we could benefit. I think everybody on the stream tonight can benefit from these four amazing ladies who never knew each other until meeting to put this book together, which is absolutely phenomenal.
So here's what we're going to do. Of course, we got to thank our amazing sponsors.
Yes,
and when we come back, we're going to hear an excerpt.
Some excerpts from the book, all four authors and their little bit parts. And again, if you want more bit part and, more to it, log on and get yourself manifesting with purposebook.com, and they'll send you parts and chapters until the book's release, which is January the 11th.
All right. We will be right back.
Yes. And let's welcome Planet Fitness. Find your big fitness, big energy in 2023. Join now for $1 down, $15 per month. You can cancel anytime. Come and see them today at Timmins Square. And DAP Cleaning Solutions, residential commercial cleaning excellence guaranteed. Let's keep things clean in 2023. Call Andrew N for your free quote today. In fact, book for your January carpet cleaning, strip and wax job for your commercial unit today. 705-465-3500. And the January sales are now open for the T80H 50/50 draw. Do you want to win some money? Is this a New Year's resolution? Well, get your tickets now for the first bonus draw, which happens this Wednesday for $5,000. Get your tickets right now. Timmins District 5050.ca, and good luck. And Urban Windows and Doors, because you only want to do this once, at 1185 Riverside Drive, Timmins. Go see Manny and his team for new windows and doors. Maybe Santa forgot the Beachcomber hot tub or the Marquee Spa. Go visit them today and book an appointment, 705-264-1113, to view their showroom. And the Dare Timmins board looking for new board members in the new year. Do you want to apply? Apply today, daretimmins@gmail.com. And a free estimate from V&M Renovations. Maybe this is a New Year's resolution to finally get that kitchen, bathroom, or the bedroom reno done. Call Max and Justin today for the free estimate at V&M Renovations, 705-372-3832. And Plant-Based Marché now caters. Your chance to get that yummy goodness delivered to your next function. Contact Sophie and Roxy today, the Dream Team, located at 175 3rd Avenue in Timmins. You can call today to book, 705-221-1755. And how about this? Manifesting with Purpose, aligning to your soul's desires. A new book release here in the city, which is going to be featuring Jessica West from Timmins and 3 other amazing authors, Jessica Friesen, Lauren Lawrence, and Elizabeth Plankin. Your chance to pre-order today and receive access to 2 free mastermind group coaching calls with all 4 authors. Order online at manifestingwithpurposebook.com today, or visit them on Facebook. And how about the BIA, the Downtown Timmins BIA? You can find them at their new location in downtown, 85 Pine Street South, Suite 108, 705-264-8733. Visit them online at downtowntimmins.com. And Jackpot City Gaming, 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. They're open Monday through Sunday for bingo, Vegas-style games, and they're now fully licensed, located at 251 First Avenue. And how about Imagine Cinema 6? I Want to Dance with Somebody on the Big Screen, Puss in Boots, and Avatar. Get your tickets and showtimes at ImagineCinemas.com. And another book release happening in the city, this time with Lisa Wilson, Leading with Ease. Your chance to be a part of Lisa's book launch by committing to order on January the 10th and receive an additional 4-week training series with Lisa. Visit her page online, leadingwithease.ca. And Claim Post Realty Limited Brokerage, Albert Seal, will help you seal your deal in the new year. albertseal.com for all his new listings, and you can book an appointment to sit with Albert, 705-465-3493. And the McIntyre Curling Club getting set for the 2023 Under-18 Championships. Book this week off. It's going to be massive, February 5th through the 11th at the McIntyre Curling Club. And let's put some money away for 2023 with the Cooperators Timmins with a TFSA, an RRSP, or a mutual fund. Call Sebastian Vermette and his team today to inquire. 239 Wilson Avenue, Timmins. You can call 705-264-4395. And pick up the Crop located at 70 Algonquin Boulevard in Timmins. Stop by for a pesto chicken sandwich or a buffalo chicken wrap. They've got all the goodies right now at Pick of the Crop, 705-268-3635.
All right, it is book reading time.
Book reading time.
All right.
Yes.
So how are we going to work this? Is everyone going to read a section? One person's going to read the whole part? How is this going to work?
I think we could each read our section. So what we're going to read to you is one of our chapters, chapter 9, which is all about the power of the mastermind. And in this chapter, we each wrote a note about our journey in summarizing what we met, how we met, and what we got out of the mastermind. And so we're going to share parts of that with you. Again, you can get the whole chapter for free by tagging us in the comments on our Facebook page. So Manifesting with Purpose book. So we each have a note. So Lauren, did you want to start with your note or should I read first?
Yes, I can go. Okay, so my part says, the way we were living was not serving us or anyone around us. I became aware that if I were to ever expand my life experience beyond where it was and reach more people to help, I had to change my beliefs about prosperity and abundance and allow it in. How can we offer help to those around us when we are always in lack and need? It truly is more blessed to give than to receive. When I heard Kathleen Cameron speak on the spiritual aspect of the self, spirit, and money being an energy component in life, I knew deep in my soul that this would be the only way I could overcome my fears and limiting beliefs around money in a healthy, lasting way that still aligned with the person I was. To invest what I felt was a large amount of money into myself seemed crazy. It took months for me to make that decision, but it turned out to be one of the best things I have ever done. So many changes were happening in my life that I started writing them down, along with what I was doing to bring them about. I knew I wanted to help others, but first I needed proof for myself. I wrote in my journal to build my faith, so that in weak moments I could look back and remember all that I had done. I hosted small groups of women at my house to share with them and started sharing on social media, simply spreading light and love. It's true, love always wins. I then had our third baby and took some time to really get clear in my writing. Now, so many purposeful manifestations are happening all at once. It is beautiful and causing me to grow in new ways I never imagined. I am sincerely so grateful for it all. I even opened myself up to a mastermind group within our mindset coaching program where I met some amazing people. One day, a woman in our group asked if any of us had ever considered writing a book. I immediately raised my hand on that Zoom call, and now here I am with 3 other amazing, powerful women bringing this beautiful creation to you. Thank you for being in this space with us and taking time to read this book. I hope it has blessed you immensely.
Love it.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely
powerful
amazing.
message.
Good job, Lauren.
It's quite, and it's very personal, which I think really talks to people because
really hits home with a lot
of personal,
of people.
but it's also very relatable.
Yeah, that was one thing is to share our story, yet to still honor the people in our life, because sometimes we can hide behind a screen or only share parts that we're comfortable sharing. But when people know, like, this is what we really went through, like, this is really where we were, that I think is very powerful when we can be transparent and vulnerable in that way, but yet still honor people in our life without shaming or blaming our past or our parents or whatever else in our life, because whatever vibration we're operating on, we're attracting those experiences into our life. So kind of going back to the question earlier when you were talking about, what would someone who's kind of in a low state think? So when we went through our mindset program, as you start raising your vibrational frequency and you start working on your mindset and you start raising and coming higher and higher, you're going to notice those people around you are going to start getting on your nerves. To be very honest with you. Yeah. Or that's what happened to me. I was like, oh my gosh. But the thing is, I was the same way. I attracted those friendships. I attracted my spouse. I attracted my job. I attracted everything that's in my life. That's where I was. And so not that those things are bad. It's great. And I learned from it and I'm moving forward in it. So being aware that we are responsible for the things in our life too, and our experience of it, of how do we choose to walk through things. So anyhow, yeah, I think sharing our stories is powerful, and it's been really cool. I don't know. I love it. It's exciting.
All right. So who's next?
Who's next?
I will go next. So this is at the end of my note in this last chapter. I continue to grow and expand in this journey of personal development through masterminding with like-minded souls who help keep me accountable and also help motivate me to continue to grow. It was because of the mastermind, which I know my co-authors have mentioned, that this book came to be. But then again, everything happens for a reason, and certain people will come into your life for a purpose. Joining a mastermind with these ladies was not by chance. It was 100% fate. The value of masterminding with others is priceless. Due to the level of support you receive, the ideas that come about, and the growth you will experience, I implore you to seek out a group of individuals to grow with, to learn with, to support, and to be supported by. Because growth is continuous, there is no end and no limit on how much you can grow. And you can continue to evolve by surrounding yourself with others who push you to do so, who help you become aware of each new level you progress to. I am so grateful that I have in my life not only with these 3 ladies, but with all the other beautiful souls I have in my life, including my daily morning study group, my fellow coaches, my past coaches and mentors, and my future coaches and mentors. Yes, I do plan on investing in myself again in the future because I said before, growth is continuous. And now that I know how much it has changed my life, I will never stop growing.
Oh, wow. Very connectable.
Yeah, and very connectable.
That's right. Were you nervous when you were writing this book to feel like you're releasing too much information about yourself, or is that's the basic intent of the book?
Not, in the beginning I was, if I'm being completely transparent, it was something that my husband had to get used to, of me being so open and honest about my life and our life together and how the things that we went to. But I, explained, like, if I'm going to help other people and relate to other people, I have to, be transparent. Not everything is roses and sunshine all the time, right? And we've all been there. And there's so many people that are maybe have been through the same thing that I've been through that I can help. So if I don't tell people what I do and how I can help them and the experiences that I had and what, I'm going through, people will be more afraid to even step forward themselves to ask for help. They'll just stay here. But when they can see that you've done this, like you've come out of this cloud, you've come out of this bad situation, it is possible because they see the proof in you. That's how you start helping people, is when you start just being open and transparent. And that's a big thing that people are talking now in the coaching industry is a lot of coaches just telling all their wins all the time and never any of the growth, right? Because there is no growth unless there is challenges, right? The growth happens when there is the contrast. That's how we grow. So it is okay to have contrast in our life. It is okay to have downtimes. In fact, like I just said, that is where the growth happens. It's definitely something that took a little getting used to, and courage, right? Having the courage to not worry about being judged by others or your friends, your family, your loved ones, what people are going to think of me when I tell them everything. Just for me personally, when I like to say when I came out as, an intuitive psychic, that was one of the scariest thing I've ever did, because no one in my really tight knit circle really talked about it. You know, my family, my mom has always been into it. We've always, you know, we've always known a psychic in our life in one way or another, but it just was very nerve-wracking for me to actually say, this is my gift, but it's a gift. So why was I hiding from it? Right. So I think that's just a realization, knowing that we all have these beautiful gifts that we can help others with, and not to be scared to let them be shown to the world.
Well, thank you. Wow. Yeah. Thank you for sharing.
Yes, and I think one of the best comments from Joanne tonight, she says, you know, instead of paying $1,000 for a counseling session, you know, pick up the book and save yourself some money, and you're probably going to benefit from you four lovely ladies as you would in a counseling session. Which is, you know, a great comment. Thanks, Joanne.
They definitely have an amazing message to share. Yeah. Okay, so. We're down to the battle of the Jessicas here, Kinsman.
Yes.
I'll go next.
There she is, Jessica Friesen.
So mine, like Elizabeth's, mine's at the end as well. So it starts with, I met Kathleen by a simple statement on her Instagram stories, where she said that being too sensitive was her superpower, and I was immediately hooked. I knew I wanted to learn from her, and I found out that she was incredibly humble and kind. She's a manifestation queen, and plain and simple, her teachings of manifestation and her coach program once again showed me to tap into all that I could be capable of learning. I wanted to learn, and I wanted to grow. I knew and learned that I was holding limiting beliefs of myself, and how these beliefs kept showing up in different ways in my life, and how it kept negatively impacting me. I wanted to help others, and I wanted to keep learning and growing. Once I joined Kathleen's community, I was surrounded yet again by like-minded people studying themselves and tapping into their desires to make them their reality. I have made so many beautiful connections with people all around the world. My heart bursts with excitement when someone shares a win. They are my people. I show up as the person I want to be and the person I'm meant to be. In a world filled with naysayers, I want to fill my soul and those around me. I don't have time to hear what I can't do. I only want to hear what I can do. And that's the importance of finding a community and surrounding yourself with positivity and encouragement. I then found my mastermind. These women have a huge space in my heart. They are there to support me, bounce ideas off, encourage me, and give ideas. And now we are co-authoring our book together. The mind is the most powerful thing, and when you put it to work with other powerful minds, absolutely nothing is impossible. It's no coincidence that I met my mentors when I did. It's no coincidence that I had the desire for more, and these programs came to me. And lastly, it's no coincidence that I found my mastermind and my co-authors. It all started with a thought, and now here we are. We are creating a life we want. We are taking chances on our dreams and making them a reality. We are filled and fueled with love and passion. I will forever study me. I love learning and growing, and I love showing others how to do the same. So I'll leave you with this. You are already in which you want to be. Your refusal to believe in this is only the reason you do not see it. Neville Goddard.
You know, as Kinsman does the golf clap, but you know what I love about your message, Jessica, and a part of it, you know, you're celebrating success here, which you absolutely should. To me, this is a tremendous achievement, but you're crediting your authors on the screen here and saying, we've made this amazing achievement together. And that's such a big trait in terms of being positive, because a lot of people will just see success if they did 100% of the work. If only they can be congratulated for all the work. But you're celebrating success with your team and your message. And I assume that was intentional and that's how you feel. But to me, that's a huge statement.
Yeah, I think the most amazing thing is because we found a mastermind, we all have our own things that we're doing for our businesses, our coaching, and we still just want to see each other succeed with all of our hearts. And anytime we message each other to ask for support, or just even say like, oh my gosh, like my client did this or did that, like we just celebrate each other because it's a beautiful place to be. And this book wouldn't come together without the four of us, because we each had a part and we each had just our own desire of wanting this. So this truly wouldn't be a book without my other authors. Like they really do hold such a huge place in my heart, because we've gone through this together, and they truly are amazing women. So it's been such an honor to do this with them.
I would love just to add something about collaboration on, like, because we've been talking about this a lot. Like, one of my very first business coaches said, you know, there is over 7 billion people in this world. I am one person. I cannot help all 7 billion people in this world. So as far as like the competition and everything, collaboration is so much more powerful, because there is, you know, so many people that, you know, can use this material, can use your help no matter what you do. And each one of us does a different thing a little bit, coach a different way. We will connect with people in a different way. So collaborating with other people and other leaders, whatever industry you're in, doesn't even have to be coaching, is only going to help you grow and expand your network and your energy and your reach, because you are working together. And really at the end of the day, we're all connected anyway. So the more that you're lifting everyone up and lifting your energy up together, the more you're going to help everyone else in this world.
Well said. Thank you. Okay. Jessica West.
Jessica West. Last but not least, Jessica, time for your little excerpt. And again, for all the excerpts and more, you know, visit manifestingwithpurposebook.com and pre-order that book, which launches on the 11th.
Great. Okay. So like Elizabeth and Jessica, I'm going to read the last little section of my note. You will know, just like I did, when you have connected with the right people. It will simply feel right. You will also notice many synchronicities. There were instances on this journey when we were all going through similar experiences, whether it was moments filled with gratitude or times when our work-life balance went out of whack. In these moments, we were all able to connect, share, and support each other through it. There were also times when reviewing our section manuscripts that we'd mention the same quote or overlap in discussion, giving us subtle reminders that we're all connected and on the same wavelength of thought. The completion of this book has been an incredible experience, and one filled with gratitude, knowing that the friendships we formed will last a lifetime. It is so important that we spend our time with the right kind of people, the people who will encourage and motivate us to achieve our greatest desires. It is commonly said that we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. This highlights the importance of 2 things in particular. 1, having a clear desire, knowing the kind of person you want to be and the achievements you want to accomplish. 2, being intentional about who you surround yourself with, ensuring that these people will have a positive impact on your number 1. If, during the reading of this chapter, you thought of some special people in your life, I would encourage you to reach out to them and express gratitude to them now. If not, trust that you will find the people who will inspire, support, and encourage you to be the best version of yourself. Join a like-minded community on Facebook. Reach out to people even if you feel nervous, or attend a local meetup to meet new people in your area. You never know where it will lead. Lastly, remember that you are your greatest investment. Don't be afraid to spend personal resources on getting to know yourself and to develop your mind, to expand your awareness, and to connect with the right people that will help you get to where you want to go. I believe doing so is the reason we were brought into this life to begin with.
And Jessica just mentioned it, surrounding yourself with the positive and right people is it's still understated. That's one of the biggest things you can do for yourself. If you find yourself in a rut and extremely negative, and you have people that have a negative mindset, you need to release yourself from that group or put distance, because other people will drive you down.
And they're going to drive you down, and they don't want to see people succeed. There's people out there that are like that. So you need to, you know, surround yourself with the positivity and, you know, see that.
Exactly. You're making me think of something, because I mean, we always, as humans, we want the opinions of others, right? And sometimes we're not really aware of just the kind of people that we're asking. And so if we're asking something for business or something about stocks, we're not going to go and ask someone who has no idea what it is, because they're probably going to advise us like, don't do it. Because they're too scared to do it. So they're going to try and tell you not to do it. And so it's being mindful, like who you surround yourself with, but also who do you go for support and to ask your questions. Don't ask someone who has no idea what you're doing, because you're not going to get that experience. You're going to get their limited thinking for where they are, because everybody is where they are because of their decisions, and everybody wants to share what they've done in their life. And so that's kind of the limit that you're going to give yourself. So just watch who you ask people.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, what an
amazing
team that we have here. And I love the fact when you read the book, it's coming from a place that people, these authors aren't saying they live a perfect life or have lived a perfect life. They're telling their stories,
imperfections, and how they got out of
it, and their journey to make things more positive with themselves, with their loved ones, with their environments. And I think that that's super awesome, and it's so much needed in this world.
Sure
whether you're in Timmins, Oklahoma,
Chicago,
all over Chicago,
all over North America,
Canadians,
someone can benefit from a chapter or all the chapters. Read it cover to cover. And I have a feel. I just have a feeling here. I don't know. Maybe Elizabeth can use her psychic powers. But a New York bestseller, is this a possibility with this new launch coming up?
Anything's possible. Anything and everything.
Anything's possible. That's Kinsman. One of their vices wasn't to keep bragging. That's your advice to me.
No, well, you know what? You got to toot, as they say, you got to toot your own horn the odd time. And these ladies are tooting all their horns. Yes,
we're very proud of their accomplishment. And never mind, no matter what the book, it's a big job. It's a big undertaking to write a book. And on top of everything going on with family, with business, with life. So this is tremendous accomplishment. We're very proud of all four of you.
We can't wait for the launch.
And the support you had. So before we go, maybe we'll ask Jessica West. Once again, can you remind people how to get the book? They can pre-order now. There's some benefits that come with that. If you just want to recap that, just in case anyone just joined us.
Yeah, absolutely. So to pre-order the book, go to our website at manifestingwithpurposebook.com. When you pre-order, you're going to get an email from us in a couple weeks inviting you to 2 free mastermind calls with all 4 of us and everybody else who have purchased the book. And so those mastermind calls are going to be via Zoom in February and then one in March. And tonight, if you're on, go type at or tag us in the chat at Manifesting with Purpose book, and we will send you a free chapter via Messenger, and you'll get that within the hour or tomorrow.
Amazing.
Look at this.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So go tag them right now. Get that little answer.
That's right. And you don't know where to find it. We've posted it multiple times tonight in the
Joanne says she's sharing it all over right now.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
We do have the support of our viewers.
And you know what? We do appreciate the people at home that are watching, because similar to Mark and I, we're not leading a perfect life. There are situations where we can use. I love hearing advice from other people who've lived the same sort of scenarios, and you're going to get that in your book. And just amazing job, and we appreciate everyone's time tonight coming on the show and
thank you,
and
ladies.
sharing your stories with us.
Great. Well, thank you so much for having us, and thank you so much, everybody, for putting your love in the chat. I really so appreciate it. We really, all of us, so appreciate it.
All right. Have an amazing night, and thank you once again.
Thanks, ladies, and good luck with the launch on the 11th. And go buy that book, people. It's in our chat thread tonight. Go get it, and get yourself in touch with these 4 amazing ladies here tonight.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Fresh out the pit stop, the brand new hip hop. It's the new style. It's socks and flip flops, single sunglass like a secondhand cyclops. Decorate your heels with the hashtag high top. I rock a party with the flavor of the old school. Nah, I'm enrolled in my own school. Calibrate the needle, let the wax spin. Accelerate the beat in your heart and let's begin. Emancipate yourself, find the way in. Throw down your crutches like you was Tiny Tim. Step back while I backflip, slip a flapjack in my lip. Quick knock knock. When I was a kid watching the Knicks with the nickel sack in my short sock and in my lap sack and in my backpack. I rode a backward behind a bar, but now it's after dark. Do you know where your kids are? That was then, and this is now. And that was who, what, where, and when, but this is how. That was then, but this is now. And that was who, what, where, and when, but this is how. pancakes. Syrup on the snare, butter on the brakes. Feed my fans like cattle, keep fatting them. Vinyl, silver, gold, and platinum. Every day, my every aim, same. Tighten the titanium in everybody's game. Play my enemies like Damon Carla. Drop it in the hole from the back of the Impala. Empire City, keep it hot like masala. Fall so hard you can call me, never mind. Drop hits on the mic like kicks in the dojo. Mofos, mafiosos that don't know mediocrity. Everything they do is so. Try me, I know so. They pay me to flow so, bro. If I may say so. So that was then, and this is now. But that was who, what, where, and when. But this is how. That was then, but this is now. And that was who, what, where, and when. But this is how. This is how. Every day's a struggle for every muggle in every way. Okay. I get it, you coined it. You're disappointed, your dreams disappearing all the time. Is it love or is it fearing? But you're a goonie and it's our time down here. Your time is nearing, but it's our time down here. That was then, but this is now. And if you don't know, well, let me show you how. Melly Mel, he kept from going under. But sometimes like Stevie, man, it makes me wonder if this jungle isn't really just a sandbox. A castle, a story, a bubble, or a mailbox. And if it is, will you write someone a letter? Draw a picture or apologize, whatever. You stickers and a glitter pen to make everything better. Thank your grandma and your grandpa for sending you that sweater. Hey, you may need to check the weather. It's cold out there. Take it from someone who knows. That was then, and when was that? But it never mattered who, it never mattered what. That was then, but this is now. That was who,